What is going on? Welcome to CloudNationTV. You're joining us, myself, Ray, and Vet. Welcome.
What's going on, man? Good time to be a gamer right now.
That was kind of a nice sultry welcome. That's where welcome everybody in.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. How's everyone doing?
Doing good. I've been noticing. Everybody's been asking me what I did with my setup lately because they've noticed things have changed. I said, well, I got a studio mic. I got a 1080p webcam. I have a gaming chair that'll be delivered on Saturday. So I've kind of upgraded things one step at a time, and I have moved my location down to the basement of my house. So now I have all three computers lined up, one next to the other. The only thing I would love to do that my wife said no is a 70-inch TV right in front of me, but you know,
that's extremely. He has. I got to give props up to him because I get up in the morning and I watch him. It looks like he is turning in. Oh, shit, it is his full-time job, and he gets up and he's doing his thing. So I got to give him mad props for that. And I get up to watch him and get my laughs, and he starts my day off. So guys,
can't go wrong with
support. Yeah, oh my God. Woke up the news, man. My head is exploding.
There we go. Right
exploding with news.
Look at that. Damn.
There is. So what's going on? The gaming advocate, Crow, real certified doc. What's going on, man?
The chat. We got Holt in the chat. Hey, panel in chat. What's up, Holt? Good to see you.
Poppin' chat.
Real certified doctor. He said he'd come today, and he's there now. Man of his word. Hey, all.
What's going on,
from
guys?
Crow Resin. Really good to see you guys. Vet, the new mic sounds a lot better. It does, Vet. I wanted to make a comment on this. It does sound a lot better. And we got the gaming advocate Chase in the chat. Gentlemen, wanted to stop by and show some love.
Love you, Chase.
Thank you very much.
Always appreciated, buddy.
And we got John Porter. What's up?
Yo.
Good to see everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. We got a lot of stuff today. We're going to start with the usual. We actually went through the chat before this time, but what's going on, guys? Ray, you want to start? Or
man, well, shout out to Rock and Cloud Gaming Dad. I was on their show. It's an awesome show. It's housemates, and just jump in, and we just talked about movies, and it's not a game talk. It's just talking about current events and what's going on, movies and stuff. That was a good show to be on today. So shout out to their debut. But man, I woke up this morning. I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm looking at all the news from Geforce, XCloud, Sony, Stadia, everybody. It is
loaded.
My head. I honestly got a headache because I kept just going through Twitter and looking at everything, and I'm just like, I mean, just the games that posted up in XCloud Gaming, and then Geforce now. Like we'll talk about that later, but holy cow! And then New World is killing it, folks.
Oh yeah,
killing it. You know, so a lot of people I know that I talked to out here in the Bay Area, you know, I had some friends that were like, yeah, New World, yeah, it's Amazon. They're not going to do that great. They're breaking they're breaking records, folks. So they're just killing it.
I'm on queue right now.
DrSpaceman can't even get in the queue. He's trying to get in and play.
It's been on for a while, and the queue still surpasses the server capacity. The server capacity is 1,000. I'm still at 1,043 in the queue.
Yeah,
didn't they cap it at 2,000 though, or was I reading something else? I thought they capped each of them at like a max of 2,000 per server,
as to not overload live at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But they're looking into increasing that number. They're going to do some tests to see if the servers
will this event. I was wondering the same thing, man. Oh, and I'll be playing I think midnight and then Pro Games Stadia. I will be playing Control. What's up, Ninja Guy? I love Ninja Guy X. Great supporter. All right, let me shut up. That's me.
Fellow Canadian. So Vet, what's up with you, man?
Oh, not much. I've just been diving into. Was a drug dealer and a thief all in one day. when I did a first look at. I honestly I was typing in because I know simulators were the big thing. We've seen bus simulator. There's been gas station simulator. We saw how well I did with running the gas station. So I went onto the GFN app, typed in simulator, and I was like, there's a drug dealer simulator, and I knew about thief simulator because somebody had requested it. So I was like, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get those. And then I found another one that I almost bought, and it was lumberjack simulator. So you're a lumberjack and you run your own lumbering mill. And I was like, no, we'll start off with these two, see how I handle it. So by far, I think I had way more fun being a drug dealer than I did being a thief, and that sounds really bad. The fact that. But it was a lot of fun. Like
simulator, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was teaching kids how to. The best part of this though was the age requirements. So, drug dealer simulator, you have to be 18 or older. But to learn how to be a thief, you only have to be 3 or older. So they start them young to being a thief. But I mean, as a drug dealer, I thought it was great. I was teaching people math and street skills, and it was a very knowledgeable game.
Yeah, plus you have to teach them how to safely use the product so they actually come back and buy more product.
Weigh crack and cocaine on a scale. Yeah.
It was science and math. I mean, and it literally starts out, you wake up, you throw your alarm clock, you go meet your dealer, who's apparently a wonderful person. He said and then, passes you a doobie, and then you just get on with your day. It was great. And then, of course, obviously, today, right off the bat, I was doing some. I tried Dragon Age Inquisition. That looked for a game that's 7 years old. The game looked amazing on Geforce Now. I ended up crashing it somehow, which is a typical vet move. I don't know how I break things, but I find a way to. And then this afternoon, I did 2 hours of Battlefield 1, and I swear, with that one, you would never know the way it looks for a game that's 5 years old. Playing it in the cloud, I had zero latency. No latency whatsoever.
I posted a video of 50 seconds, something like that, on Twitter. I just fired it up on my cell phone playing with a Razer Kishi, recorded the screen. It looked gorgeous.
Yeah, like you cannot tell. Like if you're watching it from the distance, I had people come into the chat asking if I had this installed on Steam, and I said no, this is in the cloud on GeForce Now. That's just the beauty of cloud technology and where GFN has bumped the level. I mean, they bumped it up. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some Battlefield 1. I'm actually going to rent a server. So for those that want to join playing some Battlefield 1, I'm going to have a server rented for a week. Because it's not too expensive. And then I'm also going to do first looks at Unravel 2 and Mirror's Edge, which I've never played either of those.
Can we just give it up for GFN though? I mean, yes, we're CloudNationTV. We are going to talk about other platforms, but GeForce Now, we got to give it up to them because where they started and where they're at now, and then to deal with Electronic Arts.
They had a few rough bumps along the road, especially when they officially launched. They had a bad surprise coming their way from Bethesda a while ago that pulled their game. It was a catastrophe for them, but they got back up really well.
Yeah,
I mean they lost. You saw the likes of 2K games disappearing. Rockstar pulled out, EA pulled out for the most part, Bethesda. I mean, but then they just kept going at it and they kept fighting their way back to where. And look at them. They've got over 1,000 subscribers, 12 million or over 1,000 games on the platform, 12 million subscribers, over 20 million. Well, over 12 million subscribers, monthly subscribers, and over 20 million hours streaming hours each month. That is ridiculous. And they just launched in 10 plus countries, Australia and several others. I don't have it in front of me, but we can get to it after.
Isn't there Brazil,
the Philippines? There were some other South American countries. I mean, it's just crazy with what they just added.
Blowing up. They're blowing up. But they're the one making the GPUs everyone wants. They're in a perfect place for that, and their cloud network really works well, and so they just have to keep expanding.
See if I can find it.
Gotta give a shout out to man, xCloud Gaming. Holy cow! They got Scarlet Nexus, they got the Marvel Avengers, they got what is it? Astria Ascending.
Yeah.
And then there's another game, but Holy cow, man. Like, I didn't see that. And I'm upset because I spent $60 on Scarlet Nexus on the PS5. But I said, man, I got to go back and play that. But now I can play it on the cloud, on xCloud. So,
yep.
Wow.
And that's xCloud is just getting better. I know that they've started rolling it out on consoles now as well, with the full launch in a couple of months. But they've started the testing on it, which is awesome. Yeah, and as Ninja Guy said, they've been expanding to other countries. Yeah. It's great to see. You're starting to see a lot of these now. Obviously, we know DrSpaceman would like one of the cloud gaming services to launch to Canada, but we won't name names.
Talking about Amazon Luna.
Yeah. They'll get there. They'll get there, but
they'll get there.
Amazon Luna with New World on it in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would make
Hot Wheels Unleashed just launched on and that's got multiplayer as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, good to see you, Rouster and Rodell.
What's going on?
Nice to see you guys.
We also got little shout out to Stadia. They got the Addams Family. They got some pro games releasing tomorrow. I know they got Control, which a lot of people, there's Control on a lot of platforms, but there's a lot of people. What did he say? With those numbers and EA partnerships, bet GFN is blasting Jumbo. I get no.
Hey, let's not get we don't want to get flagged.
Don't want to get a strike. You almost started seeing it.
So since we were also talking xCloud. What else dropped on xCloud today? Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah,
is available across the board. I mean, not just xCloud; it's on Game Pass basically. So, but if most people who have Game Pass, it's you're getting the ultimate because that's just. I mean, I don't know if it's even worth it anymore.
Those are two awesome RPGs they got. Two awesome.
Here's the thing. Marvel's Avengers going to xCloud was a big news. People were hyped about it. By the way, I just want to say, Eddie, nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming.
What's going on? Cheers, Eddie.
Good vibes.
Woo!
Absolutely good vibes. But Marvel's Avengers, people were psyched about that going to xCloud. And Hot Wheel on GFN and on PC, it is high rated. It's got 9 out of 10 from IGN. It is well rated. But the news are so big right now, they were on everyone's radar and it just fell under the radar because there's so much going on. It's just crazy.
I think I pulled up, let's see.
Brazil dropped on xCloud. That's why I was thinking about Brazil earlier.
We were saying, what we said. Yeah, that's huge. Shout out to my brother-in-law. He's in Brazil. He lives in Brazil. So, hey, xCloud, man.
Just got done watching Eddie playing running his gas station. He was doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, I missed that. I was trying to put my son to bed.
But no, so like GFN and when I was just talking about the over the 12 million players, 20 million hours, that's across over 70 countries. That's a lot of countries that you can have access to cloud gaming. And then you factor in, and then just think, I mean, as a whole with cloud gaming, just think where, you have 70 countries for Geforce now. Luna's not expanded yet, but xCloud is expanding. Then you've also got Stadia, where Stadia is at. Cloud gaming is basically everywhere now. I mean, you can't go anywhere where there's not something. And they were already talking cloud gaming this year. I don't remember what the article said, but it's going to be generating over $4 billion. Which is crazy compared with what people said that cloud gaming would never be a thing. I'm sorry, but $4 billion is a little bit more than just a thing.
Vet, were you up watching the Tokyo TV video game?
I missed it. Yeah, I caught some clips of it, but I missed it.
I caught some clips, and I think that's where we got some of the announcements with xCloud and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go checking my kid.
Not a problem.
Just want to show something that Eddie shared the other day.
Sure.
From his buddy.
Hightower Bronco.
13 years for 13 years for the music streaming to become mainstream, 10 years for movie streaming to become mainstream. How many years for game streaming to become mainstream? And yeah, it's a very interesting business evolving. And like I've put in the comments 7 years, and it's like people are going, okay, it seems accurate. Might actually be shorter than that. It hasn't been too long that it's been put available openly. Stadia launched what, two and a half year ago?
2019.
And or 1.5 year ago. It's not been that long.
No.
Anyway, and no, about 2 years ago. Sorry. And GFN actually launched not too long ago. So cloud gaming is brand new, and we're already seeing a lot of power moves. So yeah, the like PlayStation Now are not going to count because they launched a long time ago when the tech wasn't ready, and they kind of put it on the back burner.
Right.
But with everything else launching and seeing the power moves we're seeing right now, and especially with the GPU shortage that everyone's trying to grab some of them,
right,
might actually be less than 7 years until it becomes mainstream. It is going fast. So it's a good time to be a gamer.
There was a guy I saw on Twitter. He went on a trip and his girlfriend said he couldn't bring his console. So guess what he was doing? He was on his phone, and I don't know if he was playing I think it was XCloud or something, but he was playing the clouds, man. And that's, I mean, I think that's why I like GFN, because I got a lot of Steam games, man, and it took up a lot of space on my hard drive. So to just go over and play that on GFN is a plus, man. That's huge. Huge.
Yeah, it's not even 2 years now for Stadia. It's brand new.
Yeah.
GFN, there's like, if you look at the market right now, there's 2 services that are killing it in terms of cloud gaming more than others. Like GFN just passed 12 million users.
They're leapfrogging, man. Like they're like leaping off one another, hopping over.
But the 2 that I'm mentioning right now that are doing better than others, in my opinion,
sure,
because they give you options. GFN, it takes your PC games you already own on Steam, on Epic, on Ubisoft Connect, all those services, and allows you to stream it. And as for Game Pass, it gives you the option to play on your console, to play on your PC installed, or to play in the cloud from pretty much, it's starting to be anywhere you want now.
Right.
So if you want to play on your mobile, soon it will be on the smart TVs. They're working on it right now. You can play it on your computer, both in browser and in the app if you have a Windows PC. So, and people like to have those options. If you're somewhere where you don't have a stable network, well, try to get a laptop that's good enough to run your game, or try to get your hand on a Series S, and you're good. So it's really
we got Ninja Guy X. He says, for me, Stadia, GFN, XCloud, PS Now, Maker Chaos, GFN, Stadia, XCloud for me. Me right now, man, I love my Stadia. I play my Stadia because I got the 4K. It is the cloud system that you can play in 4K. But GFN and XCloud, oh my god. But hey, Luna, I actually picked up the family channel, and I was playing Transform Battleground. They also got the monster truck stuff, but man, they added a lot of games. If you go and look, they did add some games to Amazon Luna,
and they've been teasing a lot of moves coming very soon down the road.
Yeah, get to Canada, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, that needs to happen as soon as possible. But yeah, right now it's like it's a runaway train. It's not gonna stop.
Luna got Alien Isolation. What?
Yup. That just dropped today, I think.
Did it? Don't tell me that. Don't.
Alien Isolation on Luna.
What?
I saw it earlier. Hold
Bro,
on.
oh my god. Oh my god. All right.
I'll find it.
Oh my god. Thank you, Rodella. You guys check out his streams, man. He's been streaming, doing a hell of a job. with the Xbox Series X streams. They look amazing.
Coming to Amazon Luna.
Woohoo!
On the Luna Plus channel, Alien Isolation, and Ubisoft Plus, Far Cry 6 and Riders Republic, and the family channel Monster Harvest. That just came out.
Okay.
So that's a big drop.
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check it out.
Understand people who likes GFN more. It's super solid. Yeah, it totally honest. It's not the first time I say it. Over here, I'm in Atlantic Canada, and I used to stream the GFN here and there, but I was having a lot of problem with my connection. It was pixelated all of a sudden. I get a notification that it's disconnecting. Lately, it got so much better that it just runs perfect now.
Yeah, so, I don't have all the platforms. I'm not really having an issue with.
Yeah, but you're in California, though.
I know, but hey, I had to get fiber internet, dude. I had the basic internet, and I stream and the game would drop, pixelated, freezing up, and so that changed my whole world when I updated my internet. But
I do love Xbox this year that have warmed up to. Yeah, go on, right?
Oh no, I do love Xbox this year and have warmed up for GFN decisions. Though I always want the underdogs for next year to come fighting back next year, dude. That's why. Can I tell you something, Holtz? The platforms are like my kids, man. I seen them from the beginning, and I'm looking at them now. So I got GFN when it first came out, and to look at where it's at now, and look where xCloud with the moves that they've made and the games that are coming. And even Stadia, I'm a Stadia founder. I'm midnight. I'm gonna play some Control when it's available because it's pro. And but man, it's right now. It is good to be a gamer, and we haven't even. There's still more news.
Mm-hmm. Ninja Guy is asking DrSpaceman how's xCloud to you, because if I'm not mistaken, Ninja Guy is actually like just a short swim away from me. He's not in the same province, but on the other side of the water. So xCloud runs really not too well for me. I haven't tried it in a few weeks though. I used to try it every week, and it's been a while since I haven't tried it. Mainly, I'm able to get a very clear picture and no latency if I'm able to get not too much going on the screen.
No.
There's a lot of stuff moving on the screen. It increases the bit rate, and it kind of creates a glitch because I think I'm too far from the data centers. So the data center sends a ping. It goes to my computer and goes back to the data center. And because the ping is too long, it's kind of get everything out of sync. So I get a lot of pixelation, and it's really weird. So I think that's most of the problems because I'm too far away from the data center. So those are the problem I'm having with xCloud. Hopefully it get resolved. But I do have to try it again because they just expanded, which means they probably open new data centers. So I'm gonna have to give it another try.
Works great for me. I love it. I try and do an xCloud stream on the weekends. But perfect.
And
I will say,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying with Luna, because how Rodella said Luna runs great for him. It did for me. I jumped in and played a match with Ashes when he was doing the showing off the couch mode, and I had no issues with that as well. And I've tested a couple other games here and there when I first got accepted into it, and it ran great then. But that couch mode just amazes me.
Yeah, I agree.
And Rodella said Luna runs flawless for me. All I need is for New World to drop it.
Bro, it's if they. I'm telling you, you thought the numbers were insane right now for New World. Wait till it's on Luna.
Oh my God! Yeah, can you imagine?
If it goes on Luna and Luna comes to Canada, like I'm totally sold. Oh, I'm already sold. I did mention before I was able to trick the system and allow me to play Luna for the 2 week trial period. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to push forward because I'd need a American credit card to go through on the account, on the Amazon account, and then get a payment process. So it kind of blocked me there. But I was able to play for 2 weeks over here in Atlantic Canada, and Luna ran flawless. It was amazing. I still got videos of that. It was just perfect. So I'm still a Stadia founder as well. I want Stadia to take gaming serious. They can be a big threat in the industry if they focus.
They could, but the problem that I see with them, and once again with like GFN getting EA. I mean, I literally when I heard about the EA stuff, I was seeing people talking about, oh man, Stadia needs to get EA Play like they have, with Ubisoft Plus, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, that ain't gonna happen now. I don't see Stadia. What we see as Stadia right now is not going to be here forever. It's gonna get merged in with YouTube Gaming. Google had a YouTube Gaming years ago. They had a mobile app. It was a YouTube gaming app. It was completely separate from the YouTube app, and it was literally all it was gaming related stuff. You could use that app. You could live stream directly from the YouTube gaming app without having to be a partner and all of this stuff. And we see that's what Google's doing. They're transitioning to build up YouTube gaming to compete with Twitch. Stadia is just going to they're going to roll Stadia into YouTube gaming. They may keep the name, they may not. I don't know, but I don't see Stadia surviving with where it is now. With what it is now, the tech will get engulfed, and I think that Google will slowly merge all of it at some point down the road into YouTube, and that's what's just going to be a part of it. Everybody talks about YouTube, the premium membership that you can get, or the family. That's just I can guarantee you at some point, that's what that $10 monthly pro is going to get somehow merged in with the YouTube premium subscription.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm still rooting.
We'll see.
I've been very critical of Stadia lately. Like, I won't hide it. People have seen it on Twitter.
Yeah, they're like, "What's up with DrSpaceman? You know what, man?" I'm like, "Hey."
He was a PlayStation guy. He was a PlayStation guy. That's what happens.
He has the right to his opinion.
But my opinion shifted because reality shifted. I've been harsh with Stadia 100%. Yes, I will admit it. But it's because of what's going on. And right now, Stadia hasn't been doing the best of moves. I'm still hoping they fix it. Fix it. That they turn the tide around. Like Vet was saying, if they incorporate it within YouTube, they can do a lot with it. It's just lately it hasn't been looking too great. They've lost a few sequels. Some franchise that were supposed to go there doesn't look like they're going anymore. But I'm really hoping in the future. That is the thing about cloud gaming. It can turn around extremely, extremely quickly. We're seeing it today. Down. Today, we're seeing that change happen really quickly. GFN just switched things around by getting EA. They were already in a good place, but that's
a huge partnership.
Hold on. Yeah, I gotta keep it real too, though, man. Sony being a Plus subscription, I got Plus. Sony Plus. What the hell did I get? What games did I get? Now, they do have Hell to Lose, which I can't wait to play that. But they got Mortal Kombat. What was it? X something. And then what was the other game they had? It was, I don't know, man. It just didn't, I was like, those are very, I don't know.
PlayStation Plus has good months and bad months.
Yeah, this was kind of like a bad month, man.
They always do, though. I think that's what they always do. It's an up and down with them, but that's in reality that's PlayStation. That we kind of know that's what they do.
But the thing is, they kind of have a yearly budget for the games. Like with the subscription, they get a yearly budget. Okay, we can negotiate for this game. So they'll get a premium game for 1 month, along with some smaller games. Then the next month they have to go give some smaller stuff that was way less expensive, so that at the end of the year, for the total package, it actually costs a certain amount that was within their limit.
Right. Can you put up Crow? Crow's message?
The last one. I thought with SG&E closing down, Stadia would spend more money to get AAA games. That didn't really happen. I'm still hopeful though.
I'm right with you, now, Crow. I'm right there with you, brother.
I don't know what they're doing though.
You know, I mean, they did get FIFA 22, which is a huge game. They are going to get the Ubisoft games, but I mean, I know, I hear you, Vet. I hear you.
No. I'm not trying to rain on the yes, FIFA 22, huge thing.
Yeah.
But if we look at it, we already knew they were going to get that. We knew 5 games was promised as with the agreement they had with EA. You know, it's going to be hard for me to, you know, I wonder now, especially after GFN's news, does Stadia even have a shot at getting anything next year? Are they going to get, I mean, what happens if they don't?
I mean, like people like my brother, Vet Gaming, he wanted that NBA 2K22.
That was I loved his video. I wish they would hold more games away just so I could watch more of those videos because it was.
But guys, let me tell you something. As I said this, I think on Cloud Gaming Extreme. If you are a consumer and you are paying for a product, you should have a right to speak up. And if you want certain games, if you want something, you know, they need to get feedback. You know, they need this feedback. Hey, I'm a founder. These are the games I want. I love independent games. You know, I think the independent guys need to eat too. But you know, want to get some AAA games, and I can understand one or 2 or 3. You know, we need what's the future gonna hold?
You need consistency, and you cannot. Your platform's not going to survive solely on indie games. And yes, Stadia's got some fantastic indie games on the platform. Yeah, just so does GFN, so does xCloud, so does Luna. I mean, they all do. But you can't just survive solely on indie games. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to survive in the long run.
On the tech because they had something new that came out with the phone. They had something new that came with the party. You can now, if you can look up certain parties and like, hey, these I need some people to play Destiny 2. I need some people to play Red Dead Online, and you can hop into the party. I don't know. They focus some more on the tech, or
I don't know but they announced that 2 years ago. And then it never showed up until just now. It took them 2 years to implement something that they announced when they first debuted Stadia. So, you know, they need to step it up. Is what I don't want to I don't want to trash them because I was a full supporter. I love Google. I love technology. That was what drew me to Stadia, was the tech side of things. Yes, the games, I like playing the games and they run great for the most of the time. I'm starting to see some issues with it. That side of things now as well, but they need to step it up because I said this about PlayStation. I said this about PlayStation now. If with Sony, if they don't do something, they're going to get left behind. And obviously, the same applies with Stadia because we're seeing what the top dogs now. And I didn't count GFN as the top dog at the time. They've moved right now until they're number one. In my book, they are number one, and xCloud is right behind them. Nipping at the butt. Luna could very easily shoot to number 3 or higher, depending once they they start rolling out more countries. If they get New World, they're gonna skyrocket. We already know that's a huge game, and if they add that to their catalog and it runs just as well, that's gonna skyrocket their popularity.
One thing is to consider, like we're talking about EA going to Geforce now being a really big thing. It is. EA was on the market to launch their own cloud gaming service.
Yep.
Project Atlas, I think it was called. And we haven't heard of it in a while because it is expensive to develop that kind of a network. Right now, we know that Microsoft is doing it because they already have data centers. Google is doing it because they got data centers all over the world, the same. And Amazon is doing it with Luna because guess what? They have the biggest cloud infrastructure in the world with AWS. So those 3 are no-brainers. But then you got NVIDIA doing GeForce Now, that they kind of pulled a miracle of pulling a good cloud gaming service together because they didn't used to have the servers, but they're building some. And I know they announced that they were making one in Montreal out of their own pocket. It's going to be their cloud gaming server. and they keep expanding. And there's other companies that are throwing their towel in the ring. Not their towel, but they're jumping in the ring as well. But they have to band together to do this. But one thing about EA choosing to make a partnership about GeForce Now, and also why they got a partnership with Microsoft for Xbox, and why we might see them have a partnership with a PlayStation in the future, they want to enter the cloud gaming market. But if they do a partnership with Stadia, they have to port their game to Stadia. It's very expensive. They want to do Luna actually uses PC install, and you just have to do a bit of optimization. If you bring it to GeForce Now, you provide the game keys. I actually talked with him. You provide the game key, and they're doing the optimization themselves. It takes them a few hours.
Right.
If you do it on Xbox, well, you're already delivering the game on Xbox consoles that's selling millions of copies. There, take the Xbox version, put it in the cloud. PlayStation, exactly the same thing. So
I mean, if you think about who the big dogs are when it comes to the cloud infrastructures, Microsoft, Sony, Nvidia, obviously, I could say we could see, well, yes, Google, but the problem with Google is the way that what they chose, the route that they chose for their games. That's the problem I see. And it's always going to be their biggest issue, is having to port things over. I get when you port it over, if you do it the right way, it looks fantastic, but it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing, because we see that there are a lot of companies that don't want to have to go through all of that. And it's hurting them, and I think it's going to eventually hurt them in the long run, because we've seen this. I mean, Nvidia, and I get people were like, well, it's only 5 games and blah blah blah. The whole thing is, this was just the initial set. This was an initial set of 5 games.
You're talking about EA.
With EA bringing on GFN, that was just 5 games. Was the initial set. That's day one.
We read the paperwork directly from NVIDIA, and everyone just went out from that. In the paperwork, it actually mentions that there's more to come.
Yeah, the goal for them is to bring EA Play. What we see with Ubisoft, with their Ubisoft Plus, with Stadia, Luna type thing, that is what GFN is. The goal with EA with their partnership, is going to basically bring that EA Play, whether it's both the EA Play Pro from Origin or it's just the basic EA Play. I don't know which it's going to be, but we do know that Origin, both if you have an EA Play subscription on Origin or through Steam, you can play all 5 of those games right off the bat.
I'm just going to read the actual wording, because the embargo is down, and that's the wording that they use when they communicate it to us. Additionally, they mentioned the 4 games. Additionally, as part of the ongoing partnership and commitment to bring more of EA's great game to GeForce Now, the team are cranking away at getting the Origin version of each of these 4 games added to the service. So it's an ongoing partnership. They're just started. And they have a commitment to bring EA games to GeForce Now. So it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship. GeForce Now.
And what's coming up? What's coming up soon? What's EA got? What game does EA have coming out soon? That could very easily we could see on GeForce Now. Maybe not on launch, but I feel like it's a Battlefield game.
Talking about Battlefield.
We could very easily see that on GeForce Now, and how crazy would that be for all the people? Well, if they're only old games, Mirror's Edge is. I get Dragon Age, 7 years old, Battlefield 1, 5 years old, but you can't tell me that the way they look on the cloud there's no way I would know. I had to Google how old when those games came out, because they do not look like they've lost any age.
But just add a line to make it black on the white. And since this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, GeForce Now members can look for additional Electronic Arts games to come. Yeah. That is part of the wording they sent us.
That's the key word right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and you dangerous. Like I said, when I was talking about the 70 countries that they have. They also have and we saw the beta that rolled out with Exactly. I mean, it's not hard for them to, Amazon could very easily do that as an EA channel. that way they could do it. And that would be what they would do. And what I was saying with the EA, with how they were adding countries, we saw that with GFN when they added Australia. It's through their NVIDIA, it's through their Geforce Now Alliance network. That's how they added more than 70 countries. The alliance partners included Turkey, Russia, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Saudi Arabia were just recently joined, and, along with Australia, Singapore, Brazil, and select other South American countries. That is a huge market that they have that has access to Geforce cloud gaming in general.
This is actually something we talked about a while ago when we were still at CloudStationTV, that there are companies that are being born right now to try to unify cloud servers together. We talked about Ubitus over in Asia, that they are the middlemen trying to manage all the cloud gaming infrastructure. Okay, you can use that company in this country, that company in that country will give you the best support. So NVIDIA is doing exactly that at the moment in multiple countries, because it is hard to try to start your cloud gaming infrastructure and try to make it worldwide. You need a lot of hardware everywhere. So they have to work with other companies, and they're doing it. And what I've seen, at least in Brazil, apparently it works extremely well. There's some other countries that have received a service. I think Australia. I saw some comments that it was running extremely well over there as well. And
it's beta for them. That's the biggest thing, is they just got it and they're still in beta. They're not full-fledged yet, like the States or Canada and places like that have had it for a while. These are beta people that got selected to try it out, test it out, and it's running beautifully. That's what amazes me, how well the tech works. And with this partnership, it's just going to keep getting better and better.
I hope every month going forward, GFN don't announce 4 old EA games just to look cool until they do day-and-date games. I think the 4 games was just to kick it off. We'll probably see like 1 or 2 EA games every week, maybe. It's just hypothetical. I think they're just going to bring over the whole EA Play catalog over time. And as games come live, like Battlefield 2042, if they did strike an agreement for this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be day and date over there. As the same thing for
Maker got it nailed down right off the bat there.
It's a partnership.
We'll probably see consistent content.
Absolutely. That the key word there was, it wasn't just a deal worked like how, and no knock it on Stadia, but when Stadia had that with EA, it was a deal worked out to bring 5 games over. This is completely different. This is a partnership. So EA is in it in the long haul with NVIDIA, and obviously they've seen this. Could we see PlayStation do something similar? Probably. You can't tell me these companies aren't, these gaming industries aren't just sitting and watching, this stuff.
But in all fairness, guys,
Dragon Age, that game.
In all fairness, though, we do not know what's going on behind the scenes. We know Google has money as well. They could probably do another deal. They could try and buy some games. We don't know. But
right, if we did, we wouldn't be talking about it because we wouldn't be allowed to.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, the only reason we're allowed to talk about it is because Phil's disappeared. We're still looking for him. I mean, I saw a milk carton with his picture on it. Look, ask him where he was at.
Just to let you know, guys, if anything happened with Geforce Now, and that's a big news, and Vet and I are not talking about it, probably because we know more and we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
dude, Dragon Age was awesome. Oh man.
What I want to talk about here, it's BioWare taking their time to signify that Dragon Age Inquisition is now available on Geforce Now. You guys know what the latest news about BioWare is, right? They're doing a Dragon Age game at this moment. They're doing a new one.
Yeah.
So for them to go out of their way and make a post about it being on Geforce Now while there was already a bunch of announcements, it doesn't mean anything, but my guess is they got involved.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what else we could see down the road? We could also see the new college football game. We know that's not coming out until 2023, I believe.
Right.
That could very easily end up. We also know, and I also know that EA is working on a new MVP baseball game. So they're finally, they've been out of the game with baseball for ages. They're getting back into. They've been working on it for a while now. So
I'm looking forward to Far Cry 6.
So am I. I just want the Rambo crossover. No, I just want to be Rambo and kill
the dog in the wheelchair. You want the little dog.
But either that or the gator. I do want the dog in the wheelchair, but I'll take the gator. But come on.
Did you see the guy who put the gator in the trash can?
Carry on. I gotta go check something.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. But I mean, between the crossovers which you've seen are just phenomenal. But that's the thing. The best thing with like GFN with this partnership is we don't know what new games that EA working on could potentially show up. With it being a partnership, the likelihood is very easily that they could all show up on the platform at some point. That means EA College Football or whatever the hell it's going to be called. I don't, because we know it's not NCAA football. Madden 23 could show up there. I know they're working on. I believe they're working on a boxing game as well as the.
Well, there's a boxing game that has Rocky and all the guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that out? I think it's out.
Yeah. It's crazy with all that stuff. Were you do we want to talk about that Blue Point games coming to PlayStation?
I was gonna wait for.
You want to wait until he?
Yeah, because he was pretty stoked about.
Are you gonna try Marvel's Avengers on xCloud? I mean, I know it's you're basically starting over because what would be amazing is
Scarlet Nexus. I'm definitely going to. I said, damn it, because I paid my money for it, and then to see it on xCloud. But I'm just happy that game's in the clouds, and other people can experience it. Ultimate Game Pass, Xbox Ultimate Game Pass has been awesome.
No, and for those that, I know it gets a rap because, the games drop off. Big whoop. They add games all the time. Just because a game falls, they take a game away. They're adding new stuff all the time.
First of all, did you ever look at the games they drop off? Some of those games I don't even play. I don't play some of them games.
That'd be like, someone getting upset because a Burger King game dropped off of xCloud.
Damn, Scarlet Nexus thought I'd play the other characters.
Exactly. And better that this, and what amazes me is how good the service is getting with xCloud. It just gets better and better watching that stuff with the tech, and they all piggyback off each other with what they do one after the other and how well everything is. It'll be great to see when xCloud gets an app for like Google TV or Android TV, so you can just play it on your TV as well. Like at that stage, then you can substitute your console.
People have fake rage when it comes to Game Pass. LOL.
That's because Rodella. That's because they're trying to steal my vet rage. That's all. I haven't trademarked it yet, so lawsuits are pending once that's done.
Wanted to wait when you got in here to talk about Blue Point.
That is, we already knew it was going to happen, but it's still nonetheless a big news. Sony acquired Blue Point officially now.
Yeah.
They've been delivering. Well, they made the Demon's Soul remaster, which was for a while the highest rated PlayStation game. I don't know if it still is, and it looks fantastic. So, and we know there has been rumors that they were remaking the first Metal Gear Solid. So, Game Pass is great. At the very least, by the time the game drops off. Yeah, Fuff. And Wallet Rage, I have zero willpower to wait for games to go on.
That is the beauty of buying a Game Pass, because there's a lot of freaking games. If I'm like 60, that all adds up. Okay, and so to get that really quickly. So to get that,
just think when PlayStation Now gets PS5 games. How much does a PS5 game cost? Typically like $60-$70. Yeah. When they start rolling those out, 70. If you already have the subscription, you're not having to pay that $70 at a time. It saves money, and I don't knock Game Pass. I get people will knock the way that it's a subscription and you're just going to lose stuff. Big freaking deal. We know what games drop off. It's games that nobody play. They look at the games. They look at games and the stuff that is not played. Why are you going to keep it on there? You could remove the stuff that nobody plays, and then you add in something that is fresh or new, whether it's brand new. I mean, come on now. Where else were you going to be able to play MLB The Show in the cloud? Without that, and it ran. I mean, it had its hiccups, and I knew if it had the slightest hiccups, people were going to be just nailing it to a cross, and they got it fixed. And I watched as when they flipped the switch for the Series X blades, it was night and day difference on that one. And to watch how much Microsoft has put into xCloud, they're taking cloud gaming seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as Squadrons,
absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
I did play it on.
I'm waiting for Need. I'm waiting for Need for Speed Heat. I need me some Need for Speed.
But the thing with xCloud, the subscription service, because if you compare it to buying a game at $70, if you buy a game at $70, generally like successful titles will sell 1 million copies. It's considered a success. If you put it instead of on Game Pass, people will do a subscription that will be like $15-20 a month. But the difference is, okay, you get access to a full catalog of games, but now you don't have just the 1 million people who bought it who get to play it. Instead, you got a subscription service that keeps increasing. What are the latest numbers for Game Pass? It's pretty high. It's tens of millions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But you look at it though, because we know Microsoft's theory, and this applies with not only Microsoft as a company, but especially with Xbox. They want their stuff everywhere. We knew when they got into cloud gaming, the ultimate goal, and I could have seen this coming a mile away, the ultimate goal is to have xCloud accessible everywhere, because then you're getting people with the ability to play Xbox games no matter where you are, whether it's PC, it's console, it's your phone, your tablet, your TV. It does not matter now. If you can afford a $500 console, you're still going to be able to play Xbox games now.
Here,
and
go ahead, Ray.
And that's what I love about a company, because they care about gamers. They care about
Microsoft, and this is one thing that Google needs to do to emulate is what Microsoft does, what Sony kind of does, what Nvidia does, what Luna is mostly doing, what everybody's doing. They listen for the feedback that they get.
And it's the thing I was mentioning earlier. Game Pass caters to the console players who have a physical console. They cater to the PC players because you get your own PC, you set your own settings. It caters to the cloud gamers, mobile, computer, eventually TV and everything. The thing is, if we go back to those leaked papers of the PlayStation Summit, there was a meeting.
Yeah.
What their objective is to eventually Sony reaching 1 billion subscriber worldwide for all of their subscription services, including music, movies, and everything. And it did mention that PlayStation would play a huge part in that endeavor, because gaming right now is extremely popular. It is easy to sell a good gaming deal. So if we're talking about reaching people who don't have the money to go buy the $70 game every month, to buy the console that's not even available at MSRP because you got to feed your kids, you don't have the money to pay twice the amount of PlayStation 5 is on the black market. So you reach all those people that are unable to game right now. You put them in a subscription in the hand that's between $10 and $20 a month. They get access to all of that. The amount of people you're reaching is huge.
And you know what I did when I was young? I had to get on my bike and I had to ride the Blockbuster Video to rent games. And look at what you guys are getting now, man. Just hit a button, boom, you instantly play. You don't have to go inside a building. You don't have to rent. You pay a subscription and you play the game instantly. That is freaking amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's just power to the numbers.
The GFN banner, dude. I think they're paying Vet to get up. How much they paying Vet to show the banner? I want to know.
Watch out, he might get it tattooed on him. Man. So now the gaming market is changing right now because it's becoming so much more affordable because it is available to everyone.
Right.
So gaming used to be like, I remember the PlayStation 2, which has been the most successful console in history, lasted how many years? Like close to 14 years, 13, 14 years that they were still releasing FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer. I think it was Pro Evolution Soccer. They were still releasing the titles 13 or 14 years after the release of the PlayStation 2 because people in Brazil and other countries that don't have the money to buy the latest console, they were still buying that title on the PS2. So now you're putting all those people for free up to date to the latest hardware available.
Right.
That's huge.
That is, man. I actually downloaded the eFootball.
How is it?
Did you see the reviews on Steam?
No, I haven't.
Mostly negative, man. Yeah, I downloaded. First of all, it's like night and day with FIFA. Night and day with FIFA. FIFA is the controls and just the flow of the game. It's beautiful. I will say, some of the graphics look great on it, but man, the settings are all blocked off, so you can't do nothing with the settings. They give you about, I think, like 5 good teams. And then you can play against people online, or you can just play up against the other teams. Yeah, they was running like they had sticks in their ass, man.
Messi on crack.
Yeah, Messi on crack. It was. Yeah, I got to go back and play, but my first experience was not that great, man. Not that great.
That's sad.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it free.
Forward to that one.
You can't, dude. You play, you got 5 minutes, and you can't adjust the time or nothing. Yeah.
It's like a free to play game on mobile.
Pretty much, man. And that's what most of the people on Steam said. Now, I actually downloaded on the PS5, and it looked beautiful. But just the control, I don't know, the controls, and I don't know, and then you just can't do nothing with the settings.
It's sad because I remember the reputation of Pro Evolution Soccer being that they didn't have as many contracts as FIFA for having the real players, but technically it's the game that felt the best to play with all the techniques and everything.
Right.
So it's kind of sad that
I got them both. I always. When I went in the store, when I went into GameStop, all right, hey Ray, we got FIFA. All right, give me Evolution 2. Oh, you're gonna take them both? I'm like, yeah, I gotta have my footballers. And then and I remember back in my PlayStation 2 days, I would just download the save with all the teams and all the different outfits and stuff like that, the kits. So I hope they'll respond to some of the negative feedback and work on it. But FIFA 22 is beautiful.
Excellent. At least good to hear.
Yeah.
The vet isn't back. Well, we're going to talk about it. Apparently, there's been some noise around that they found more evidence that PlayStation 5 is going to PS Now. They booked the patents a few months ago, and apparently they were just made public like today or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means it's getting closer. They're doing something with it. So we might see actual PS5 games on PS Now. What's your thoughts on this? Yep.
Well, when you guys sent me the messages on Twitter, I was like, what? Ray saying football.
I'm Canadian.
excited.
I say soccer.
You say soccer. Yeah. As a PS5 owner, I'm happy, man, because I have PlayStation now. I want to see some of these damn PS5 games on there, man. That would be awesome. Give me more PS5 titles on PS now. Just let me pull my list out. Yeah, well, the only thing though, man, I hope they just don't be stingy about it. You know, like we're just gonna give you the worst games, and that put some good games on there. Put some good PS5 games on there, like Ratchet and Clank.
PS5 version, the like Minecraft games that doesn't really matter.
Hey, I'm excited about whoa, man, him just coming out through that banner, man, scared the shit out of me. I'm excited about what's Hell Loose or what the hell's the game?
Hell Let Loose.
Hell Let Loose. I'm excited to play that. I almost got that on Steam. It was on my Steam wish list to play, and I'm excited that it's on PS5 now. So I'll be playing that.
And apparently, something that we've been waiting on for a while. PlayStation boss will give a talk focusing on the past and future of Sony next month. So apparently, he's going to do a pre-recorded presentation. It's going to talk about where PlayStation is going in close future. So we might actually. Sorry,
I think it said. Did it say October 7th? Is that what I saw?
I'm gonna be playing Far Cry 6, man.
Hey, but to be fair though, look what we're seeing here though. PlayStation's boss making is doing stuff. Xbox for xCloud. I mean, their boss is out there. We're only missing one that ain't saying anything. He just magically vanished, or
look, you fly out here. This is what we'll do. You fly out here, get in my car. I'll just drive. It's only about 20, 30 miles from me. We'll go to the Google campus. And we'll just
go and see where they put it.
Excuse me. Where's Phil? And we'll go look for. We'll find him. He's somewhere.
We'll make some signs and hold him up, and we'll just make some signs and start a protest. Where's Phil?
Hey, if you look on his name on Twitter, I think it says vice president or something.
He's probably with.
He's got.
He got. They transferred him. They sent him over to work for Google Cloud.
Oh, stop it! You're a Stadia hater.
Vice President GM Google. And
I'm not a Stadia hater.
Working with Stadia stuff.
It's not hating on Stadia just to ask where
we just want him to like. Give them some games.
We'd like to know what's going on with Stadia because
exactly. And no disrespect to but Sony will say stuff as well. Everybody can say you can't just be all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to Stadia. That you have to give them some negativity now and then, or the moment you do, you're an outcast in society.
Can't look. Now when I was a DM, when I went into certain places, I did negative and I did positive. I did the positives first, and then I gave the negatives second. So is there anything wrong with positive? Anything positive that you want to say?
They got 5 games for Pro. Isn't that the most they? And regardless of what the games were, I still think isn't that the most they've added in a month so far?
You're getting the Addams Family day and date.
You got that. You've got 5 Pro games. You got the Addams Family. Far Cry 6, you still got Riders Republic coming to the platform as well. Extraction's going to be showing up.
Plus, for a while, you're now a founder. You keep the same price.
Yeah, I got my email today saying, congratulations, you're a founder. You're going to pay the same as you always have. We're just giving you a shiny little emoji, little title. Yes. But they did highlight, if you miss a payment, we're bumping your ass. You're no longer a founder. We take that away from you. We're repoing that. I was like, damn, kind of harsh there, but yeah. No, I don't want to come across like I'm a Stadia hater because that's the least of it. But they need to. Why can't he say? I get social media. We see them tweet things out, but at some point he's going to need to say something. What's going to happen if he's a no-show again when they hit their anniversary date again in November? When is it okay to hold them accountable for the fact that the guy that's running the show is a no-show, without it making us look bad like we're just out to trash the company and trash the platform? That's not what it is. It's, you have to be. If you're the face of the company, where the hell are you? That's what I'm getting at. It's no different than you got NBA 2K20 and 2K21. Where the hell's 2K22? It's along the same lines.
There's a difference between hating and criticizing, as in, like, we know there's a lot of media that really trash Stadia, and I still stand against those because they were trashing it without even knowing what they were talking about. The number of false facts I've seen from a bunch of outlets out there, it's really like mind-numbing. Like, you're reading the articles and it gets they write stuff that's just not true, and they're pinning it on Stadia. It's like, yeah, you didn't even study what you're talking about.
That's the difference.
What we're talking about with Stadia. We have got a lot of love for Stadia for a very long time, but right now things are not going well, and we're criticizing them because it's not going in the right direction.
We criticize. Where's Phil? Could you imagine what would happen if this was like Xbox? If Xbox spokesperson just never said anything for a year, or Sony never said anything for, I mean, they don't anyways, but that's beside the point. But if you had these big time players that are the face of their gaming industry, what happens if they'd never said anything? Do you think the community would be as gentle with Xbox and defending Xbox? Well, it's okay, he's got things to do, as they are with Stadia? Hell no, they would come out and just destroy Xbox for where is he?
That's the thing, though. Is it still his job? Because from what I've seen, he's no longer head of Stadia. He's GM over at Google. We don't even know who's at the reins of Stadia anymore.
And that's my point. That's
a big problem.
You see, exactly, and they're not saying anything. To be honest, they're pulling a Sony. They're pulling a playbook. They're pulling a.
You want to know the truth? You can't handle the truth. You want to know the truth? You can't handle the truth.
It's like we don't know who's at the helm right now. It is a major problem for a big platform like that. It's supposed to be like, from the projects they had at the beginning, what they said is Stadia would be separate from Google. You have Google, and when you're transferred to Stadia, you're actually changing company. You're still like falling within the Google
ecosystem.
Condition of work, like your salary and everything. But if you move over to Stadia, you're no longer a Google employee, you become a Stadia company. That's what they said at the beginning. They had articles, they did interviews, and they stated that. Right now, a bunch of them are now Google. So we're talking about Phil Harrison. We're talking about Jack Buser is now also at Google Cloud. But we don't even know who's at the head of Stadia.
To me, what it seems to me, the writing on the wall is that they're slowly transitioning Stadia into Google, and I've been saying it, that eventually, all those that said, well, Stadia is going to die. No, it's not going to die. It's not going to go to the Google graveyard. It's going to get rolled into more than likely YouTube, which is, what is that? Google. That we're seeing what they're doing it right in front of us.
Changes that we're not being informed about. So they're doing the changes, as in job titles are being changed all over the place, but they haven't presented anything. Okay, I understand you want to wait until you got something to present, but they should at least like give a hint of a lot of things are changing. They did state something when SG&E closed down, and that it would focus on getting AAA games, but they haven't given any updates since, and they haven't even hinted at Stadia actually folding into Google for YouTube as a YouTube gaming division, having the platform available on board. They haven't hinted at anything. Then instead of saying Marco Polo, maybe you should say Phil Harrison, and he will respond.
No, we got the book.
Join the game. Enjoy the game. Shut up. Enjoy the game.
The problem is, if you play that game, you'll do Phil, and you'll immediately hear Spencer.
Yeah, that's a problem right there. But what I didn't want to see with Google is them pulling what Sony had done. And even Sony, though, Sony's not doing that anymore. They're starting to release information here and there now when it comes to PlayStation Now and what the future is, what their future is as a whole in the gaming industry. And yet now we're seeing Stadia take that back seat and just kind of not say anything. Like, because I was big and harsh on PlayStation for a long time because they weren't saying shit. They said absolutely nothing, and I said that's going to bite them in the butt. And now look what's happened.Ey're starting to slowly bring things out and say, hey, look, we're testing this. We're testing. There's the PS5 stuff. And now Stadia's doing the exact same thing.
As soon as you said it was going to bite them in the butt, I think they put it out the next day.
Well, Google needs to... I'm sorry, but, I can only defend Stadia for so long, but when they're not responding to anything, they're not responding to the criticism, they're not responding to anything. They don't give us any inklings anymore on anything, on what the future is of Stadia. Do you think we're going to get another anything in? Me personally, I don't see that we're going to get anything. We'll get games in November, but I don't think we're going to get anything else. They may add some features that they promised 2 years ago, but I mean, come on, how many years do we have to wait before all of the promises are fulfilled? Lack of communication is the killer.
It brings drops. You don't like stealth drops? You don't like surprises?
When you made a promise 2 years, exactly.
Stealth drops are good when you're already getting information, but you get an extra.
But
when you're getting nothing and you're thirsty.
The mobile thing that they added for the phones, that wasn't a stealth drop. That wasn't something they just slipped in there and said, hey, guess what? We surprised. That was something they promised 2 years ago that was already supposed to be there. All of the things that they've added were promises that they've just taken their sweet time adding. Search it, the be able to search for your games. That should have been a day one thing. That should never have taken as long
to develop the messaging app.
Way too long.
Well, wait a
minute.
There
was one guy working on that.
Now hold on. Now, see, here's the thing. Now, see, that's why I'm here on this show. Because if you guys are gonna whip on Stadia, then what the hell is it taking Amazon Luna so long to go to Canada?
Exactly. You know what? I would love to know.
Going to be in beta. What's going on?
I would love to know that as well. And you can't say that I'm just sit here and attack Stadia. I was the same way with PlayStation.
Right.
With PlayStation Now, I said the same stuff. Luna, I don't know enough. I know enough, but I would love to know what the hell is taking them so long to flip a switch and turn it on to Canada. I get maybe it may take a little longer for the UK, but seriously, to flip the switch for Canada, you're telling me it's going to take this long? Good. I mean, you're a huge company.
I already played it here.
But to be fair, their priorities are maybe not all there. Maybe they're too busy focusing on they're too busy looking at the clouds.
You know how
I mean, they got what do they got? Internet.
You know how much money Amazon has, and you know how much they're just as powerful as Google. What's going on with them? What's going on with them?
The difference, though, is that Luna is still in beta, and they openly say it's still a beta. Even in the US, you cannot just open a Luna account and start playing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You have to apply, and you have to be accepted.
I mean, they do give you bit perks every now and then. Like, hey, if you're a Prime member, subscriber on a Fire Cube or a Fire TV device, or one of those things, you can access it, but. But Stadia, with all the issues that they had, they never said it was a beta. They launched and then they had their issues. I give Amazon props because at least even with issues, and the same with xCloud, even with issues, they both say it's beta. It's not fully ready yet. So I give them that, but I don't give Amazon enough. They need to at least explain what the hell is taking them so long to turn the switch on. At least Microsoft has given us a time frame of when they're going to roll out, turn the switch on for more, for everyone else. And they're still expanding. How long has Amazon Luna been alive in beta? almost a year, maybe over a year, not quite.
Yeah. About a year.
Yeah.
About a year, and they haven't said anything about when they plan on doing any expansions. I get Amazon's busy looking at building spaceships and internet and all that shit, and dealing with, a CEO getting divorced and all. But good God, dude, you started a gaming service. You might need to step it up and just roll the countries out.
They actually they're building robots now for your home. That was on the news.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, see
that?
Yep, I saw that. The dog is going to be the one. Astro's going to be the next one playing Luna.
Let me tell you, a robot that brings you a nice cold can of beer.
But not only that, they've got a new device that's a wall-mounted Amazon device that actually has facial recognition built into it. The new chip that they designed will detect each individual person's facial recognition and know exactly who they are without hearing their voice. And the article was like, so take that as yay technology or holy shit, I'm weirded out, and this is the start of the rise of the machines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, my money all along was on Facebook starting the Terminators, but I'm starting with this robot dog. I'm starting to think it might be Amazon is going to be the problem here. I'm not 100% sure. I have not nailed it down yet on who's going to get there. But look at Luna. When are they going to increase, even right now where they're at, how long is it going to take them to flip the switch for 4K or to increase some of these other features that they have?
4K is coming very soon, apparently.
Even Sony's getting ready to roll out. Well, and Sony's getting ready to roll out. Isn't Sony getting ready to roll out some? They've updated stuff with their apps, so it's nice.
I'm a twin, so let's see if it'll stop him getting into my profile. I don't know if there's an option for that. Like, okay, I have a twin, so extra security, please.
Right. Just buy your $1,500 robot dog named Astro, and go from there. I mean, that's as good as Zuckerberg saying, "Hey, buy these Facebook AR glasses. We're all about security. They're the safest things you can wear on your head." And I just laugh because I'm just like, safe, huh? You guys are all about security and safety and whatnot.
Holtz, I think you'll be fine because eventually they'll just start tracking you everywhere you're going, to every room, so they'll keep track of which of you is which.
Yeah, I mean, they'll mail you a robot dog, and that thing will follow you around, so it'll learn. But and even Netflix gaming's been making headlines. I mean, it's mobile games. It's nothing big, but even they're making headlines. So I just want to be like, where's Google? Anybody know where Phil is?
Well, I've like with you, I have over 160 something Stadia games. I'm a founder. I'm heavily
I don't know how many I have.
I'm invested.
My $2,000 worth.
I'm waiting. I mean, I got to give kudos though. They've done a lot of stuff. They've did a lot.
Look, I'm not going to knock because look what Stadia built with when it came out. Look at the community.
Right.
I wouldn't know half of the people that I do without it being without Stadia. Stadia is what brought me to the community that I became a part of.
Right.
So they did a great thing when they started it. They need to step it up is all I'm saying.
And so and then shout out to Jim Bear, because when the game that came out, Ark, it came out not a great port. He did a tweet. I know Clive did a tweet. Some other people did a tweet. The company actually listened, and they went back and they did some fixes on the game. Like, hey, if Jim can come in here and he can show you how to upgrade the graphics and everything on this game with all these tricks, why can't you guys do it? And so that's what they're going in. And then I heard Outriders has a huge patch that's coming up. So I'm looking forward to the patch because I want to play Outriders.
Well, that's
someone does something for Stadia.
They actually sent the tweet.
Something good happened.
They sent the tweet. They actually mentioned Stadia in the tweet. So we'll see. If Luna goes from Earth, then there it closes that.
I mean, maybe Luna's working. Maybe Amazon's working on getting Arnold to advertise for him. You know, he'll break out his old Total Recall, you know, movie style and start advertising for
There's
Luna.
another cloud service I've been hearing. I might check it out. It's in a totally another country.
Boosteroid or
yeah. So
isn't it coming in the US?
What's that?
At some point,
I'm pretty sure I heard it was coming in the US in the future.
Yeah.
Well, and then you've got at least 2 retro cloud gaming services out there.
Yeah.
You got what is it? Is it Antstream or Ant whatever?
I got that on my desktop right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that one. Yeah, Antstream, and you've got and I know the name is goofy as hell, but PiePacker's the other one. The other one. So I mean, there's a lot of options for gamers when it comes to retro.
That's right.
I haven't really tested out. I haven't done enough. I haven't used Antstream in ages, but I have used PiePacker, and that one's another. Hey, look!
I do have New World in the cloud right now.
And Shadow, yeah. See, there you go.
I heard, Doc. Have you heard? I saw somebody tweet out that Shadow's starting to get some upgrades.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw. I should just, as soon as I see something, I should just copy paste and send it to you guys. I never seen you guys shit. You guys do.
That's what the show that's what it's there for, man. It's for you to add your info.
So Shadow.
What
is it an
if
official?
We're looking at. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't. I'm gonna check their blog.
Shadow official. I'll check their Twitter.
Well, it wasn't their blog because that damn thing ain't been updated for 4 months.
They're not
it ain't the blog.
I'll find it.
Well, we know they ain't updating their blog at all.
Sorry, it was Cloud Extreme. My bad. Cloud Extreme put something out today on their Twitter page about an update Shadow, and I think it was Hell Monkey who did the video.
That wouldn't surprise me. I know they are big fans of Ace and Hell Monkey are both, I think, big fans of Shadow.
I have Shadow.
Yeah. I had Shadow and I gave it to Ace because I wasn't using it. That was after I'd spent $1,500 on my laptop. So
yeah, in case the GeForce Now news wasn't enough, we have load more cloud gaming news. Shadow hardware upgrades. That was 3 hours ago.
Ooh.
New Xbox Cloud games and PS5 games on PS Now. So,
well, we had that in the. I don't know if did we go over that at all yet? Because I know you shared it on Gilded that there was the potential for some PS5. Sony was working to include PS5 games on PS Now.
Hot Wheels Unleashed on GeForce Now. I'm here with my son starting it up, and I heard nothing but awesome stuff.
I have not tried it yet.
And ranked now at 9 out of 10 on
I'm spoiled with
IGN.
Stadia. I'm spoiled too, man. I probably play 90% of the time you guys see me. I'm playing on Stadia because
I don't know. I mean, I have no problems with GFN, so maybe it's my 1 gig internet, maybe it's my ungodly amount of technology. I don't know.
but this morning, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. When I saw the ePlay on GFN, that the hamster in my head, the wheel started spinning. And
do you have EA Play yet? Do you have the subscription?
I have, yeah. I'm EA. I'm not a pro, but I am EA Play.
Do you have it through Xbox or do you have it like through Steam?
Guess what? I think I'm paying on both of them bitches. I think I have it on both.
Because on Steam it's $30 a year.
Yeah.
I think I have it. It's on my
$30 for the year. 30.
I use my wife's credit card.
She's right behind you. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what amazes me with people is like, it's $30 for the year, and they're like, well, how much are the games? I'm like, all right, well, Battlefield 1 is $40. EA Play for the year is $30.
No brainer.
Yeah, and I showcased 2 hours of gameplay. How well that looks. That's an automatic no brainer on what you get. And the minute you buy it, if you
it's $30 Canadian.
Yeah, it's $30 a year for US as well.
So it's much cheaper in Canada, Dan.
What? I'm going to Canada.
30 Canadian bucks. That's like
what the hell?
Oh my God! Look at that. Plants vs. Zombies. I used to play with that.
Come on now, Ray. We know when they add everything else, we're gonna see you playing The Sims 4, right?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
But look at the Star Wars games you get.
Yeah, I was. I'm not even.
They got some banger games.
I was very excited, because I'm not a hater. I was very happy for the news. Oh, fish catch themselves. What?
Yeah, because that is Bruce Almighty Tech. Should see him.
Yeah, well, when I was doing professional fishing and I was simulating. Every time it spawned me into a room, it was downpour, thunderstorm. So I'm out in the water with a fishing pole, lightning and thunder and rain going everywhere. So I was like, screw this, and I just did some typing and rewound time and made it sunny again and 80 degrees.
So, dude, I still have like my FIFA trial and my Madden trial that I'm playing because I'm on multiple platforms, and so when I get done with one FIFA trial, I just hop on another.
Well, what I should have waited on and didn't piss me off, I should have waited, is when I went and bought EA Play, but I paid for the annual subscription for the Pro on Origin, $130. And then I read the news initially before Origin was announced on GFN. It was only going to be Steam. I'm like, son of a. So I went and I just paid for the annual subscription on Steam as well. So I spent $130 for EA Play Pro on PC and EA Play on Steam.
Plus, it works on both now. So you bought the Steam one.
Yeah, I was like, what the. I know. I was like, damn it.
Don't you hate when that happens? But
to be fair, though, I can at least try some of the EA games before. If I wanted to play Madden before it drops, I could just install it. I mean, I don't have the patience to download anything, though, so I don't usually install anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
Doctor Who.
He's a Doctor Who.
Talking about a real certified doctor.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Doctor Who already. Is he getting in?
That guy is amazing gamer.
He always comes into my damn games. Came into Far Cry 5 last night when I'm playing, and all hell broke loose because I'm like, you're nuts. And then, not only that, he actually had fun playing that with him, but he jumped into professional fishing and joined me in that game, and that's free to play.
Right.
That's one of the almost 100 free to play games on Geforce now. But caught every time. I kept seeing him walk by holding a fish. And I'm sitting here, I caught 2 fish in like almost 2 hours. I maybe got hit with 4, and he's just one right after the other. I'm like, what in the F are you doing? How many games do you know how to hack to do better than me?
I've seen there's some hacking going on, man. There's some hacking.
So what I've determined, because we all know, everybody in the community knows that Jim is basically Stadia. I'm pretty sure that real certified doctor is just a glorified he's an android, so he's automatically good at everything.
You know what?
He's not a real person.
Today, right? You know what game he just got today, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why everybody else is crashing. Everybody else is getting kicked out.
Going down.
See, dude, I go nuts, man, because I want to get into the game. There ain't no way in the hell. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You're talking about a queue for New World?
No, the queue. I hate waiting in queues. I'd rage.
Don't be. Just be glad you weren't over in Europe. I was reading some of the queues there. There were people like 9,000.
Yeah, over
when 10, they got in. Yeah, they were over 10,000. Somebody said they had like 30 days to wait before it would let them get in because that was how far back in the queue they were. And I'm just like, damn, I would kill myself.
I learned fast.
Well, yeah. Artificial intelligence, people, is a thing.
Cyberman. That's another Doctor Who thing.
Well, and then we've got what else is coming to the cloud? You got another Marvel's game coming to the cloud, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what's that, next month?
Yeah, I believe that's
coming real soon.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's gonna be on GeForce Now.
Yeah, with ray tracing.
Oh, why you say ray tracing? What? Really?
Yep.
Bastard. I'm gonna have to play it on GFN. See, that's another thing, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I would love for something like that to come to Stadia, but It ain't coming. And so you have to, I mean, some people, I mean, if you're a fan of a certain game or certain genre and it's not there, you gotta go play it on somewhere else.
Well, that's like I tweeted out this thing about there was a Pac-Man tournament that you get to play with other, like top streamers. Mm-hmm. And it's this big, massive tournament. And I tagged, Anthony, because I know he is like, he used to be supposedly the greatest Pac-Man player. And what made me feel bad was he said, well, if it doesn't come to Stadia, it's a no-go. And I'm just like, why? That's what I don't like. I hate when people are like, you're so gung-ho that you can't play something on another platform because, for whatever the reason. And, sometimes it's because it's not available. Understand if it's not available or it just doesn't work for you. I get that.
I had a
Did that say 8K resolution?
Woo. I had a friend that was a diehard Raider fan, and he would only watch his Raiders play a certain team. Now, me, I can watch other teams play another team. I don't have to watch my 49ers or Manchester City play. I can watch other people play, man. Some people are just dedicated. Me, I
mean, I'm a Washington fan, so
you gotta watch other games. You gotta watch other games.
Well, yeah, well, of course, but no. What I'm saying was with dedication. You got to be dedicated to even announce that you're a Washington fan. That's like trying to say that I'm a Jets fan because that you don't hear that anywhere. Or the ones that say that. Detroit's not bad, but if you say the people that announce that they're Jets fans, they're hanging out with Phil because you don't see them anywhere.
Just say, let me tell you, man, all these rookie quarterbacks, they're not looking too good, man. None of them looking good.
Hey, Henneke is, for the most part.
He ain't a rookie. He's not a rookie.
But yeah, I know the rookies aren't doing too much.
I'm gonna tell you something. He's playing a hell.
And Maker, that right there, that's a great response. Because it shouldn't matter. It should not matter. If you want to play it, you should just. That's exactly right. If you want a game to play and it's not on your preferred platform, who cares? Play it anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you. It's not going to. If you're a true gamer, you're going to play your games wherever you can.
You done sold out. You sold out. I've been called, folks. I've been called that. I've had people. I was playing Luna. Somebody called me. I sold out or. Somebody
they gave you a cool created you something, didn't they? Yeah. I heard they're shipping DrSpaceman when they turn on Luna, when they enable Luna in Canada, they're sending him a purple couch to stream from.
Can I tell you something? The Luna team is awesome. Shout out to them.
But they listen though. They provide if you tag them, they respond to stuff. That's what I love about it. Geforce now. GeForce Now is another one. They listen, they respond with communication. Xbox, I mean, you don't really have to complain about it. I mean, you can complain, but they're not communicating on social media, and I don't expect them to because they're, in all intents and purposes, Xbox is a console company, and xCloud is just an extension of that to expand it. So I wouldn't expect them to, but I fully expect that Stadia should be responding to things more than their generic response that they do.
I will give them props. They're doing it. They're these little like asking questions on Twitter, and people are responding to it and stuff like that.
Yeah, they need to step it up. I love when they did that.
Where's NBA 22? Come on now.
When they did the Siege tournament, when they did that with the community, that was outstanding. I wish they had done more of those. They needed that because that boosted the morale for people that love Stadia, and they needed it. And at the time, I thought it was fantastic. I wish they would continue doing stuff like that. But you had that big thing, and then it just went right back down, and then they disappeared again. And I don't understand why they want to do that.
Question: what did you say with people saying you were selling out? Fuck them. I'm gonna play. Look, let me tell you something. Stadia ain't paying me nothing. Geforce ain't paying me nothing. Luna, they're not. Nobody pay. Look, I don't have no branding on my ass. Okay, I'm gonna play what I want to play.
What you trying to say?
Shut up. I'm gonna play. Tattoo. I'm gonna play what I want to play. All right. And I love Stadia. You guys can look. I play a lot of Stadia, but guess what? I got to give it up to GFN. They're killing it. xCloud, I got to give it up. They're killing it. I'm a gamer. I ain't got too long on this planet. I want to play some awesome games.
I mean, and to be fair though, look at Nintendo. Even Nintendo, when they did their latest Nintendo thing that they had going on, when they were showcasing some of the new stuff and the Super Mario movie and all. Ain't nobody want an image of
bro. Why did you do that? Well, I haven't ate dinner, man. I haven't ate dinner. Now I got to think of that while I'm eating my steak. His ass.
But even Nintendo. Well, we got a problem if you're thinking of that in the. We got a problem if you're thinking about that, anyways. But on a different story, even Nintendo is shifting gears. They're even shifting into their thought process when it comes to cloud gaming, because I know they had another game that's going to be accessible via the cloud, not the Nintendo store online, which is not cloud, but like when they had Control, that was Nintendo cloud technology. They're bringing at least one or two other games that will be via the cloud. So even Nintendo's getting on board with this, but they're even saying it. And yet Google has not said anything, and that's what I don't like.
Shout out to Grace. All right, shout out to Grace.
Yes, there are some there that are fantastic. Yeah. Grace is one of those. She does a fantastic.
They've been doing a great job.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job, especially with all of the negativity that surrounds Stadia. And it's not always Stadia's fault; it's Google. We know that.
There's feedback, and then there's toxic stuff. This is like, look. I love Stadia. I want Stadia to do great. I want Stadia to go, last a long time. I'm a consumer. I pay my subscription every month faithfully since like day one. I just, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say there's certain games I would love to see on the platform. You closed the studio down. You said you was gonna focus on getting AAA games and stuff like that. A lot of people want to see that, but I'm also very patient. Some people are not patient. Some people look, what the hell is going on? Because they're looking at the other platforms. You see, I'm blessed. Look. If it's on Luna, I'm gonna play it on Luna. If it's on GFN, I'm gonna play it on GFN. If it's on xCloud, I'm gonna play it. But some people are they're just, I'm Stadia or I'm this.
And I've seen people that, and I've said this before.
Where it's worthwhile.
Well, I've seen this. We've seen people that, like with Red Dead Redemption 2. I watched somebody play it all the way through, and then they're like, God, I wish I could play the first one. And I'm like, it's on PlayStation now, has it? And then they start, oh yeah, I could, and then they stop, and they say, well, I can't because my channel's only Stadia. But it doesn't bother me. Like, as a gamer, it just kind of hurts. Like, I'm like, why do you have to? You can't lock yourself in like that, though. It's not just because you play Stadia all the time. It's not going to kill your channel or hurt your numbers or anything. If you were, as a content creator, this is more geared towards content creators. If you branch out and you play one game here and there, if it's once a month, that doesn't hurt. You should be able and free to play whatever you want. It is your channel. As a content creator, you have the ability to play whatever you want. But who cares what anyone else thinks?
But you know what? I also respect if that's what you want to do. If you
exactly, and I agree with that too.
I respect that. You need different strokes for different folks. There's people
exactly.
Different jobs. Somebody just said last week, I don't think, I don't think New World is going to do that great. You can't. DrSpaceman can't get his ass into the damn game to play it. Okay. People speculate. People say a lot of stuff. My thing is just
being in the show.
Look, I will laugh when it gets down to 1, and then it flips and turns into 1,000. I'm gonna laugh.
Don't you jinx him?
I'm gonna laugh. But I got so much crap. I went on people's podcasts when I was defending Stadia, and a lot of people, and I was also defending cloud gaming, and they laughed. They said consoles are going to be around. There's no room for cloud gaming.
But
and as you can see,
there is $4 billion worth of revenue says there is. But but those same people that say there's no room for cloud gaming because consoles are everything, those are the same ones that say PC gaming is dead. And there ain't no room for it. That's the same concept. They're locked in on that area. The reality is, as a gamers, you've got three niches now. You've got PC, you got console, and you've got cloud. That is
go. Not being a keyboard warrior. I'm the keyboard warrior. Not being a keyboard warrior, but something that pissed me off at the time with 100% Stadia.
Oh shit, he's in.
Whatever.
He's in.
No, I hear you, man. Yeah, it's still going on.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, Eddie. I totally agree with that. That was
Vet's idea. Vet came up with the.
That was not anywhere near my idea. The people that created the 100% Stadia committed were the same ones that put together the hashtag Stadia 100 and all of that, and those are the ones that just twisted everything around, and it went sour.
But all due respect, man, let me tell you something. If you want to be 100% committed to something,
there's nothing wrong with it, though.
You do.
I mean, I'm a prime example. I played Stadia. Then I shifted to every damn I mean, I had a freaking NASCAR billboard behind me at one point. And you see where I've evolved. My channel has evolved. It's gone from, although I'm sidetracked because I
concentrate anymore. I'm simply don't care. You know what, Eddie? I will say this, man. You was a legend, Eddie. You was a legend. You inspired so many other people. But like I said, man.
But you play what you want.
Yeah.
If you're a content creator, play what the hell you want. Stream what you want. Yeah. If you want to be only Stadia, go for it, dude. I'm all for it. It's great, but I don't want to see if you're all Stadia to knock other platforms. Then that's where you don't want to. That's crossing the line. Then, and I don't want to.
I have a perfect example of that. I wore my 49er jersey and I went to a Raider game, and there wasn't too many of us 49er fans. And I got a mustard hot dog thrown in my face. And I had a mustard hot dog line going, fuck you, Niner fan. And I remember slowly the hot dog going in through the air and slapping me in the face. That's what I don't like, is people disrespecting other people's choices and slapping them in the face with hot dogs.
My grandma told me to shut up because we were at a Skins game, but it was when the Niners had Steve Young and Jerry Rice. It was their Super Bowl run. And I was a big Jerry Rice fan growing up as a kid. I was a huge Rice fan. And I'm out there cheering. I'm in a sea of Redskins fans everywhere. And I'm in the stands cheering for Rice, and my grandma looks at me, and if looks could kill, I sure as hell wouldn't be here, because she gave me a death look. I saw the Grim Reaper looking right at me, because she said, "Don't you say those two names when you're sitting with these fans." And it was mostly to protect me, because she knew the other fans would kill me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of passionate guys in the community. I respect that, but like I said, man, people you have fun. Don't get
Mario's really upset. Eddie, let's go. Mario's really upset. You're loading New World. Who's gonna go? Which are y'all gonna go see the new Super Mario World movie or Super Mario movie?
What?
Did you not know there was a Super Mario movie coming out?
Oh yeah, with Chris.
I was about to say, what the hell? Where the hell? I mean, I know you've been invested in New World, but damn.
Yeah, that's I've seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I told my son about it. He was excited. So yeah, that's something I'm going to take my son to go see.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying there's only you can all. I wish they would have, at least if they could start the movie off with the OG Super Mario Brothers. Come on now, you know which ones we're talking about. When it was, I think it was the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It had the
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah,
Lou Albano was playing Mario. I love that cartoon, and I love the rap.
That was the best. I can't. Yeah. I can hear the song in my head. I just can't think of the words. But that was like the best Mario show that I ever watched.
No, I'm taking my kid to go see Venom.
I'm glad it's not live action though, because that would We already saw how a live action Super Mario Brothers movie worked out. That it didn't work out too well. That's just weird as hell.
No, you know what? Do you think? No, not Tim Burton. I think he would screw that up. Who would do a good Mario live movie?
Yeah, he's asleep. He was out of 801.
I don't know.
Playing with his phone.
Can't hear you, Doc. You muted.
Sorry, I kind of coughed earlier and muted my mic. What about James Gunn?
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
That would be good. That'd be good.
Pretty sure he can make pretty much anything work.
I agree. Be right back, guys.
All right, I want George Lucas to come out and make a new one.
Give
me Steven Spielberg. Let me see a Steven Spielberg version of Mario. I mean, we could go dark and see if we get the Del Toros to do one.
Bro, you see.
Look, we get Benicio Del Toro be Super Mario.
He's too creepy and scary. He's too scary.
What games do you think? What do you think the next games though that'll come out for that EA will show up on GFN?
Sports.
Sports.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. Considering that's available elsewhere, isn't it? I mean, obviously we know it's Stadia's got it, but
they're gonna throw some of the Star Wars Battlefronts on there.
I could see that. I was gonna say like even Need for Speed because we don't really. Besides X, it was already on xCloud. If it's not still on there, but I could see Need for Speed Heat being another one.
The Sims and SimCity.
Oh, I don't know if I would do The Sims. I tried that on xCloud and I got 20 minutes into it and it had me do the 20-minute questionnaire. And then, because that was what Meg was watching, there were a lot of people watching that 20 minutes into it. It's, oh, damn. I would pay money to see that, Holtz. You could get me
so much space for activities.
Oh, my God. You know what? Those two could pull it. Will Ferrell and they could easily pull that off. I could see them two pulling that off easily as Mario and Luigi. But no, I was going to say, yeah, I'm not really sure with that
John
one.
C. Reilly and Will Ferrell?
Yeah, they could easily do that one.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to say, I did.
Luigi.
I have no idea.
You got to have Will be. I think he could pull off Mario.
Yeah. But I was going to say, no, with The Sims 4, I did that on xCloud. 20-minute questionnaire. And I picked everything I wanted, and then it says, here, we're going to create your character now. Turn me into a damn girl. And I was like, what the hell? I did not pick that. I specifically selected. I would be okay with SimCity. I haven't played that in a long time. I was a big SimCity fan.
Zach, you know game I have not played behind you? Mirror's Edge. I have never played.
I've played the first
it's up
one
there.
of it.
It's on Geforce now right now.
But
I'm doing a first look at it tomorrow.
I would definitely play Battlefield on GFM, and that was.
I'm gonna be getting a server set. I'm renting a server for a week to test it out. So I'm gonna be anybody that wants to get access to it. Just let me know. We can dive in on that one.
Wow.
By the way,
very, very good game. Thank you, Real Certified Dog.
Good game, yeah. And for this weekend, if you do 10 matches of Halo Infinite, you unlock a badge for the real game once it comes out. The title.
I can't wait.
I know I was looking more at I got accepted into the weekend beta for Halo Infinite, but then I realized it's for console. I'm like, well, never mind on that one. Like,
if you haven't tried Halo Infinite, I strongly suggest it because it is good. It's a good shooter, a good arena shooter.
I don't know. I was enjoying Battlefield 1 today because it's World War 1. I'm used to World War 2 games. There's so many of them. Obviously Call of Duty, you've got the other ones, but there aren't a whole lot of those that are based on World War 1. And Battlefield 1 did a Battlefield 1 did a fantastic job with the campaign, with just the story mode of that and the telling of the story. And you can still, as you're reading stuff, it still brings in the historical stuff of it. It is awesome.
I just got an email from EA. They're telling me get ready for some hockey, boy. Woo! I'm about to play my trial of hockey. So look for my videos, guys.
Let's bring that to GFN, please. Bring that to GFN. I want that ray tracing on the hockey players.
Wow. Ray's gonna trace all over him.
Oh,
eventually he's gonna get paid for us saying that because he's gonna have that copyrighted or trademarked.
Wow. Yeah, I'm excited.
Big team battle. I'm shutting up about World War I.
Hey, I need a hockey game in the cloud.
But as a game, though, come on now. We're so used to World War II era. They always, when they go with the World War, what is it? It's always World War II, or you do some weird ass futuristic shit with, that is stupid as hell. Call of Duty. But I've never, there aren't a lot of World War I games, and Battlefield 1 by far was probably the best one that I have played.
That I agree with you 100%. I had fun.
I have to give it a try.
Yeah. There's some Desert Storm games out there.
Yes, yeah. I will say though, when I was playing Battlefield 1 earlier, it did not kick in any PTSD. People were asking that with the explosions and all that. I wasn't going crazy, although I was thoroughly enjoying taking an axe and jamming it into people's necks. So there was that. And you can hear the sound when you hit someone with an axe, you just hear and all of that, and I'm just like, oh,
well, thanks for
great to playing murdering war games where you can kill people.
I'll be happy to play on that server you're making. He's gonna real certified doc. He get on there, man. He's on.
Oh, he was already asking to play. He wanted to join in today, but I was closing out the show, so I said we'll get the server set up. It's a week-long server, so anybody that wants to jump in it'll be open to the community for that one. That's the whole point of it.
Nice.
It'll have all the maps, everything will be open and available to play, and all you have to do is load it up on Geforce now, and with your EA Play subscription or your Origin subscription.
Yeah,
so awesome that it's that easy.
I know, and I logged in. Somebody actually came in. There was a new person in my chat and was asking, "Show us the multiplayer." So I logged in on the multiplayer. They had servers already set up, and my God, I had never seen so. They were all pretty much full. The official server was at 63 of 64 players, and there were other custom made servers that were all the first 5 of them were maxed out. You couldn't even get into them. And this game came out 5 years ago, and there's still people that play that game. Dude, so you will not
Hardline where you're the cop.
Yeah.
Hardline.
There's Battlefield 4, but I'm saying for Battlefield 1, like I see people all the time that play Battlefield 5, but for Battlefield 1 to have that many servers available, and 6 out of there's dozens of them, and a lot of them are filled up. The official server, 64. Could you imagine jumping into a game with 64 players playing a World War I style game? That's crazy. I mean, I jumped into one and I died repeatedly over and over. Bad Company 2, Battlefield. I mean, that's why I hate when people. Well, when GFN announced it and they're you say the games. Well, those are old games. It doesn't matter if they're old games.
You have to understand that you got a young generation of people who haven't played those games,
and some of them are. When you're looking at let's be honest, multiplayer games are the thing. That's what a lot of people like to play. You like to be able to play with your friends, and to play a game like Battlefield 1 on Geforce now that's available in 70 countries, and you have an online community, multiplayer servers that are full. That says a lot that you can play with people all over the place. Whether it's that one, I don't know how, I haven't tried out Unravel 2. I know I've heard that's a multiplayer. I don't know what the others, but just think when they start bringing some of these other games like Need for Speed, and you get FIFA, and you get Madden, and you get hockey, and all of these other games, to be able to play those in the cloud with your friends now.
Yeah.
It's going to be phenomenal.
And then you get all those GeForce Now settings too. So you got to add those settings, the ray tracing.
Yep. You turn on that DirectX 12, you turn on the Battlefield 1, I looked at the graphics settings. I had it all at Ultra. You can enable DirectX 12. You can either choose from HDR 10 or Dolby Vision for your graphics settings. I mean, there was a lot of tweaking to do with that.
And something with GFN is the games, like if you're worried about playing with those, the games already come with kind of optimized settings. That's what they test the first day to make sure the drivers are fine, but also they try to find like to pinpoint the most optimal setting that will please as much people as possible.
Yep.
But so you can keep those and your game will look great. To be able to play with those settings, it's just for people who want a little extra control, like if you want a better frame per second rate, or if you want better looking games, you can activate those. But by standard, when you load up the game in GFN, it's already optimized to look good.
Yeah, I mean, you can very easily go into like Watchdog Legion and crank that stuff up with the DLSS and the, all of the, and it will say it could affect it. Now, typically it would if it was on your PC, but I've boosted that stuff to the max and I've never seen it lag on for me. But that's me. And Holt said it right, that Dolby Vision does look nice. It did. It looked amazing. For Battlefield 1 looked fantastic with that stuff turned on. I wish I had a bigger screen. I will probably try it on my TV and load that up to see how it looks. Yeah, yep. The Xbox is bringing that. They already announced that they not only that. Yeah, and not only that, they've also, I think, for insiders that are with the Series X, they've turned on the 4K for the UI, like the home screen. They've got certain screens that will automatically load up in 4K. So like your home screen and a few other areas will be boosted to 4K. Because I know I posted. Hold on, let me see if I can find the.
All right.
Let's see if I can find it. I know I think I tweeted that one out that they were rolling that out. Oh, where is it?
It's some big news that are dropping.
BlueStacks X is available now. That's, I mean, we anybody that's a PC person knows that BlueStacks was an Android emulator that's used on PC, but now they have BlueStacks X, which works with your Edge browser on Xbox. So if you have a Series X or you have that new Edge browser on your Xbox, now you can play Stadia, you can do GFN, you can do Luna, anything that's available via the cloud. You're able to access that Android style stuff. You can just load up the Android apps for those things. Let's see, where is it?
Something I want to talk. I'm gonna read it here. It's a message that just came out from the Amazon team from New World. Greeting adventures. It's been an incredible week of growth for New World community. The demand we've seen has been staggering, and we continue to be humbled by the number of players that want to explore Eternum together. While it was certainly our aspiration to welcome massive number of players into the game during launch week, we were frankly surprised by just how much adventures washed up on Eternum's shores. Over 1 million players entered New World on launch day. 1 million in a day.
Wow.
And
that is crazy.
Each day after launch, that number has increased, translating into long queue times. For some of our more popular worlds, since our launch on Tuesday, we have more than doubled the number of servers, and we are working to increase the capacity of all available servers to support higher population cap. Our team has been working around the clock to add as many servers as we can, and will continue to do so until we stabilize wait times. While we do that work, there are options to get into the game quickly. If you are a player logging in for the first time, 40% of our live servers have low and no wait times. We encourage you to seek those servers and get playing. We are also working hard on a feature that will allow you to transfer your character to a different server. So if you choose one now to get up and playing, you can make a different choice later and play on a server with your friends. Our goal is to release a feature next week once we've thoroughly tested and are sure it's ready. Prior to its release, we will provide detailed information on how the transfer process works. We know how important it is to be able to play with friends, so we're putting this feature at the top of our priority list. Thank you for your support. We can't wait to see you in the tournament. on day one, and not even day one, like a quarter of the day one pass, I remember seeing posts from Amazon, from the New World team.
That's crazy.
Saying that they were already launching new European servers.
Wow.
They've been on the ball.
Wow,
On the
that
first day,
is
I don't know how many new servers they open. That is humongous. Normally, it takes a while to open new servers for games like that. After they just kept opening waves of servers because they got too much people playing at the same time, and they got AWS available, and people are saying, how are they having so much problem if they own AWS? Well, they're doing their job with AWS. They still need to optimize the whole thing.
That is crazy. So I did pull up the thing with the Xbox stuff. This was posted on the 2 days ago, but it said, with today's update, beta insiders on Xbox Series X consoles connected to a 4K display can begin flighting the 4K dashboard. This change means your home, your guide, and other areas of the UI will be displayed in a 4K resolution for increased sharpness and text readability. So they're rolling that out. The other thing that they were doing, this was Tuesday, was that the Xbox Cloud Gaming for console is now rolling out to insiders. And I love the way that they posted it. And it shows Game Pass, it shows a bunch of Game Pass games, and then it just says beta, which obviously we know that's what it is. But it says start playing in seconds with Cloud Gaming. No installs required. And that's exactly what it is. That's the beauty of, and that's one thing I wish Stadia would push more in advertisements, is there's no effing installs. FIFA, prime example. How big of a game is that to download on, whether it's PC, PlayStation, Xbox? I mean, it's not a small game, I'm imagining. I don't even want to know, because it's, and then you got updates and things like that. The benefit is Microsoft knows to promote that you should start playing in seconds with cloud gaming, no installs required. That's something else that Xbox or Google should do more of. We know you don't have to worry about that, but I wish that they would advertise it more, because that's the key feature. That is the best way to promote, especially to developers as well. Is the people that like your games but hate having to do all these dumb downloads and constant updates and day one updates. Like we've seen that before. Madden came out. Oh, we got to do a day one update because God forbid they have the Redskins logo on there, with Washington's team. So they shove out another update, or something else happens. They got to shove out another update. You don't have to download those anymore. That's a thing of the past. Xbox knows that. Google knows that, but Google just needs to promote it more.
Yeah, that I'm playing you this week, right, in our football league.
Yeah, I know. I'm going for Owen. I'm going to be the winless team. I'm trying to be like the Lions. To be honest, I lost to Jeff. I'm really surprised I didn't hear more from him on that. I was very shocked. I was expecting just nonstop.
He's just
from him
about his Cowboys. So.
Well, to be fair, he's from he's a one that we shouldn't even discuss that. He's a Cowboys fan. That right off the bat makes him. He's not very knowledgeable in football if you're a Cowboys fan. We know that. And then, he doesn't even have an NFL team where he lives, so that's another knock for. I mean, I guess he technically
fell over here.
Well, he kind of has the Bills. I mean, that's basically Canada. That's about as Canadian as you're going to get for an NFL team.
Canada, they trying to get the Bills over there, man.
Well, that's because Buffalo doesn't want to. Buffalo doesn't want to pay.
I would love to see a football team in Toronto. I think football in Toronto would be awesome. So I would
get the Raptors.
Montreal
get the Raptors owner.
Had the top team in Canada.
Yeah,
get the Raptors. Get the Raptors owner to.
Montreal.
That's on my bucket list, though. I want to see a CFL game.
You know what? What wasn't popular with the CFL? Johnny Football.
Johnny Football was popular with nobody.
Johnny Manziel couldn't even cut it in CFL.
But yeah, tradition I had as a kid is I would go with my dad, eat smoked meat at Schwartz in Montreal.
Ooh.
Like the restaurant. Like it's so busy that the floors are both sticky and slippery at the same time because they have so much people going in and out, and they're steaming the smoked meat on place. So we'd have some
52 gig on Schwartz.
Then we'd walk over to the football stadium in Montreal and watch the Montreal Alouettes play.
Yeah.
So What Holtz was saying though, he said hope xCloud booms in Japan. If it does, do we see that effect making Sony step it up with PlayStation Now?
Absolutely.
That's the whole plan, dude.
Because that's you're stepping on their territory, and you're not. It's not consoles. It's cloud gaming, and obviously Sony was the godfather of cloud gaming. They were one of the first, I believe, with it. PlayStation Now, they've been around for ages, but if you have Microsoft bring their cloud stuff to Japan and it takes over, I see Sony stepping it up big time to really start pushing something, because they'd have to do something. And what better thing to do than put PlayStation 5 games in the cloud?
They put the Japanese role-playing games on the cloud, okay? And so,
you know what game though I would love to see on the come to the cloud would be? I would love to see a Batman, like the Arkham games. I want them to come back to the cloud.
Or
a new one. I want a new Arkham. I want a new Arkham game to come out. I want a new one to come out. Those were they were so fun. The whole trilogy.
You got the movies coming. I think that's when they'll do it.
I don't want like a point and click. I don't want the point and click crap again. I wasn't a fan of that. Just look, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, but god damn it, they effing ruined it with that stupid point and click crap for Back to the Future. Like, what I want, if you're gonna do a Back to the Future game, damn it, I want an open. I would love Ubisoft to do a Back to the Future game. Give me an open world game where I can take my DeLorean and fly around and wreak havoc, because God knows that's what I would do anyways.
Assassin's Creed to the future.
You should pitch that idea, man, because that's something we never really got. Is a back. I mean, there was a Back to the Future game back then, but it would be really nice.
And to think, and you look what company could put one together. Hands down, Ubisoft would. Now, like Ghostbusters, the video game, that was fantastic. Because that was what we want. We wanted a Ghostbusters 3. We didn't get at the time because Bill Murray was being an old.
He was being Bill
fuddy-duddy. Yeah, he was being Bill Murray, so he refused to do a movie. So we had the game, and the game was awesome. I loved that game. That's a game I would love to see come to the cloud as well. But
I got a game idea for you. The Purge.
Oh, that'd be.
I'd see
that's got my name written all over it. It's got my name written all over it.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that as a season in Fortnite, though.
I could totally see it. They do everything else.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, but I would totally see the Purge as a season of Fortnite.
Russell said going through time would be tricky. Well, it wasn't for. I mean, they've had other games that did time travel. Hell, Carmen Sandiego went through time. Things turned out all right for her.
Time splitters. Time splitters.
Assassin's Creed Infinity will be a Back to the Future game. You'll be jumping from one era to the other.
Yeah. So, you know, another game that I'm hoping shows up on GFN through the EA partnership will be Burnout Paradise Remastered. It's that arcade style racing. It's not the drift and all, the Forza and all of those grid style. It's not the Need for Speed style. It's just flat out arcade racing and run it, smash and stuff. But I want the remastered one because that's the one that had the Ecto car from Ghostbusters. No,
the Ecto
so fast. Ecto 1. You had the DeLorean.
The Ecto 1, the Slave 1. It's all one.
Yep. Yeah, everything's one. You had the DeLorean in that game. I think that would be a fun game to see them bring to the platform. DeLorean 1.
I want to play some games. How long we got?
He wants to get on that Battlefield 1. DrSpaceman's already playing games. That's why he's quiet.
I'm just looting some stuff around, some trees and stuff, so I don't get kicked out of the game. So I'm not really playing, but I'm playing at the same time.
That's a big, the staff or whatever you got. What the hell is that?
It's actually from the Twitch drops.
Really?
With New World, there's 7 sets of 2 items that you can get by watching certain streamers. So there's 66 streamers that were part of the big battle at the end that were granted Twitch drops. So if you watch their streams, you need to watch like 10 hours to unlock them all. So every hour and then 2 hours, you unlock different items. And I can actually, I'll move that over. Won't be long. Just get it on the screen that I'm already sharing.
We should do the dungeon when you have time. Ooh.
I haven't done any dungeon yet. So if I show that on stream, I'll actually increase the quality because it looked shitty. So, yeah. If I go to the staff, for example, you can change the skin. And that's
Doc. I don't do Siege. I hate that game. I hate Siege.
He does. He'll play.
I hate Siege. Damn it.
This is one you can actually purchase with 10,000 units. This one is the one I got from watching the stream, and for some reason it won't change back to the original look. Oh, glitch. It happens. But yeah, like I got my coat is not. That's the pirate set that you get from the Amazon loot from Amazon games. And yeah, there's a bunch of aesthetic that you can unlock that are pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I've been doing since earlier, just chopping up trees and rocks and increasing my level.
Don't, Doctors, you're not supposed to cross the street.
This game is just freaking amazing.
Just think how much better, like, and we're watching it through, Shadow while we're live, so but looking at it firsthand is probably way better than how we're seeing it on screen with a shared screen. Right. But just think how much better it'll be optimized when they bring that, because they're going to bring it to Luna. We know that. There's no way that they would not bring it to Luna. They've already integrated things like that with Twitch drops. I mean, that's an Amazon thing. And when all that stuff, that's going to bring that is what, and I know I'm going back to Stadia, but Stadia that's what Stadia needed. They don't have anything like that. Amazon, when they come out, that's what you're going to know Luna, because you're going to know New World. Luna is going to have that as their key to showcasing it, where like xCloud doesn't need one game, because you can advertise Game Pass. xCloud has Game Pass. Luna's going to have New World. GFN, obviously, we're going to have, EA, and PlayStation has the entire PS Now has the Sony catalog. But Stadia doesn't have that one game to make them stand out, and that I know that is what SG&E was supposed to do. It was supposed to give them that one game that makes them stand apart from everybody else. And I feel that it's going to hurt. It killed them, and that is ultimately the long-term effects of that is going to eventually show when you start having all the cloud gaming industries companies. They have that one game that sets them apart from each other. Like we said, Xbox has Game Pass, or xCloud has Game Pass. Luna's going to have New World. GFN, obviously the partnership with EA. PS Now has Sony catalog. Right. Who knows what Netflix is going to do, because we don't really know where they're going with that right now. Your retro cloud gaming services, they have the retro stuff locked down. But Stadia just is kind of all over the place. And they don't have that one game that can really say, this is the only place that you're going to be able to play this. Like, I get most places like xCloud, you can play games on PC and vice versa. New World obviously is that. But for when you're looking at cloud gaming, where can you play this game on the cloud? New World is going to be Luna. Game Pass games will be xCloud. Well, maybe not for like MLB The Show, because, that one will be on... Well, that'll still be there. That won't be PlayStation unless you're on console. But PlayStation Now will have all of their PS4 and eventually their PS5 games that they're going to add. And, GFN's going to keep getting that EA stuff, and hopefully we'll get more and more companies come back. We'll get 2K and, stuff like that. Mafia might come back before it shows up on Stadia. But Stadia does not have that one game to set them apart, and I'm hoping that they will at some point. because they're gonna need it. And I mean, even Nintendo, for all intents and purposes, you take away the cloud, Nintendo has Mario. I mean, you know, if you want to throw some other ones in, they got Donkey Kong, Kirby, but you think Nintendo, you know what that is. It's Mario. That you ask, what's Nintendo got? The first thing that someone's going to say is Mario. Xbox, obviously, is Halo, and the rest of Game Pass. Amazon, you're going to be able to nail it down with Luna, with Luna and New World.
New World. And there's Lost Ark coming in a few months that looks pretty terrific.
You know, I get right now what I think of Stadia a lot of times is it's Ubisoft. That's Ubisoft's company at the rate we're going. If you think about it, what the best games that run and look the best and the prettiest graphic-wise are Ubisoft games. But that's a Ubisoft thing. All of their stuff, they always do a outstanding job with the way the game looks, the way the game's performed, the storylines, and it runs great. If Google was ever to sell Stadia, Ubisoft would hop on board, would be the one to take it, and could probably do wonders with adding those games to the platform.
That's Lost Ark, the other game that Amazon is doing right now.
Right, another beautiful, amazing game.
So they scrapped a bunch of projects, and they kept New World and then Lost Ark.
What was that? The Crucial? What was that? The Crucial they
Crucible?
scrapped. Yeah,
Crucible. Yeah, and wasn't the other one was a Lord of the Rings, wasn't it? Weren't they doing a game or something? You know, to be fair, it sucked that they killed those two, but look what they've got. They dropped 2, they gained 2, and the 2 they got, I think, potentially are outperforming anything else that they could do. I mean, this is crazy.
The enemies in that
are those portals?
Fantasy.
Were those portals?
Like
Did they incorporate some portals? It looked like they brought in some portals. Nice. That is just, I mean, look at that. To be fair, that looks like something you would see like Sony do. I agree. Would see a place. This reminds me of like something I would see on PlayStation.
Well, there are a delivery company, so it's about time they start delivering.
Good one.
Yes.
But
they're definitely rising up.
So that'll be another game I'll be looking at.
Yeah, and and I give all the props to Ubisoft, but I can give them a knock too, because where the hell's my pirate game they've been working on for what, like 20 years or however long the hell it's been, and it still ain't coming out. I'll be dead before that game shows up. I mean, luckily I've got things like we got Black Flag, we've got things to compensate, but I wanted they've been working on that game. They may as well just give up on it or sell it to Sony and let Sony finish it, or somebody else. Damn. So see, we can pick and choose. We can knock Stadia, but we can just as easily knock anybody else. Amazon gets held accountable, and so does everybody else, whether it's a cloud gaming company or just a company in general like Ubisoft.
I like them all, but I want them all to succeed because I want this platform to really do well, and I want options and I want choices. I like the choice that I can. Holy cow! Electronic Arts is on GFN, and I can
competition, baby. Competition makes everybody better.
I was excited. It'll push.
Don't use us cloud games. We hide amongst the clouds, and we pardon the enigma. They have an Iron Man class in Lost Ark where you suit up and have missiles and hand blasters.
Are they partnering with Marvel? Does Disney know about this?
That's the thing. Goodness. It's competition. It's bringing us quality products. It's forcing them to invest more and deliver a better product.
Yeah, it's a win.
And the winner out of all of that is us as gamers.
I agree.
That's what we get to. We are the winners with that. Like out of all the companies that I'm surprised to have not started a cloud gaming thing is Disney. But then again, look what Disney's already getting back. They've had games in the past. I remember the games they had a skateboarding game on Nintendo GameCube. They've dived into that before, and they're doing that again when they do these things with like Sea of Thieves, when they're bringing their properties into games. So I'm hoping we could see more of those Disney properties besides Marvel, dive in, to bring us some other stuff. I mean, you got a Disney Vault, unlock that shit and bring them all over to games for us.
Scouter class.
All
right. Are we
just looking it up right now?
And Real Certified, to answer your question about when we're going to play Siege, I guess we might. Maybe I'll add that into the mix on the 18th when I do my 6 hour stream for my 3-year streamiversary.
This game is looking incredible.
So is this another Sony game?
Oh, it's still Lost Ark.
I know. I get confused. No, I know.
Yeah, I love the outfits. They're...
Is it like turn-based? Is this like a card turn-based type thing?
I think it's an action RPG.
Okay. I've been surprised. I usually never played RPG games and stuff but I've dove into some of them. There are a lot of them that surprise me.
A lot like Diablo, the game.
Yeah, that this scene it sure as hell does.
Yeah,
Diablo 2.
Like, I'll play that.
I don't know why I'm getting some StarCraft.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. You know what I want to see?
Diablo.
I want Nintendo to do a new Super Mario RPG. They had that game on the Super Nintendo, The Legend of the Seven Stars. Bring us a new one.
Yeah.
But bring it to the cloud for everybody.
Oh, they did Paper Mario. That's what it was.
Yeah,
but they're not as good.
That was not anywhere near the quality. That Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars was pretty damn good graphic wise for a Super Nintendo game at the time.
I'm totally buying this game.
We're never going to see you anymore. Between New World and this, you're going to disappear.
Yeah,
I'm going to become a lunatic.
I'm telling you that we'll see you transition again from PlayStation to PC to Luna, breaking out that Luna couch once Luna goes to Canada and brings on these two games.
Yeah,
which isn't a bad thing, folks. It's not a bad thing to support your favorite platform. I am not hating on anybody that does that. I've supported all of them in the past, and obviously we all know where I'm at now, and I still support all of them. I will heckle the shit out of anybody that needs it. And if I have to use my vet powers, I will crash the system again. I did that once when I shut down the internet in Canada.
With that power, do you like have a wand and a tiara like the Sailor Moon power? Like, start doing a dance and all your clothes rip off, and you got the
it's like, all right, I'm out. These images, man. What the hell?
Lunatic is a fanboy term.
They don't really. Does Luna even have really a fanboy terms yet, or did we just start it with that one?
I think you started the lunatics, and DrSpaceman will be the president of the lunatics.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, you got your Stadians and all that, and your console fanboys, but I was like, I don't
ponies.
Yep, the Sony pony. Well, we need JD for that one.
For Luna, because Luna is. Sorry, what's the term again? Luna is Latin for moon, so it's going to be the Spacemans.
Okay,
nice.
There you go.
So, well, you know what they should do? They could I would think would be cool, or at least set up in your studio there, Doctor, is instead of a Batman logo, just have a Luna logo shining in the background right when you go live.
So, anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Ray had to go.
Killed by my wife.
Yeah, as always. You kind of can't like Kenny. You always come back.
I know, it's like South Park all over again.
Guys, where can we find you?
You guys can find me Vet Cloud Gaming on YouTube and Facebook Gaming. I stream on both of those platforms now that I'm allowed to stream on Facebook again. So I am. Tomorrow I'll have at least 3 shows. I'm going to be doing Battlefield 1. I'm going to do a first look at Unravel 2 and a first look at Mirror's Edge, all on Geforce now. And then I'll be on break until next week.
Guys, we got a wonderful show coming up Sunday. We're going to have the wonderful Clive and Def Carnival. They got their game that's going to be, I know, on Stadia. I think his name's Herbert. He's going to be talking about Def Carnival. And then Saturday night, I'm doing my Red Dead online Stadia. Then I'm going to be doing some xCloud streaming. And Monday, I don't know. I might be doing some Control Monday night.
Battlefield 1.
So we'll see. But guys, once again, man, look, enjoy the games, enjoy your platforms, have fun. This is a good time.
That's what it's all about.
Good time to be a gamer. And I think there's going to be more news coming out this week. And I just want to once again huge shout out to GFN for getting Electronic Arts. I think that is huge. So shout out to them.
As for myself, I'll be streaming a bunch of New World on Twitch. And also I'll be on Cloud Gaming Extreme podcast on Saturday. Woo! So CGX, you can find me there.
Yeah.
Nice. Are we going to see are you going to be participating with Ash on his 72-hour nonstop stream-a-thon he's got going on?
Yeah, you can look at him on Twitch. He's doing 3 days, 72-hour stream. Streaming 6 hours, taking 1 hour rest.
He's insane.
He does rest. It's crazy.
He's insane.
Yeah. So I will try to pop in his stream once in a while when I do have time available. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thank you very much,
thank everybody in the chat.
Us tonight.
Thank you.
The chat was amazing.
See you guys.
Yep.
And thank you guys for joining me. So say goodbye.
Bye, guys. See ya.